How's it going, guys? I hope you guys are having a great week. So I'm back today to talk about the Final Fantasy XVI demo, which I played yesterday after the Ubisoft showcase. This demo is utterly amazing. Basically, it gives you the first 2 hours of the main game, the prologue, so to speak. So it really sets the scene and introduces you to the world of Final Fantasy XVI. It introduces you to the main protagonist, Clive Rossfield, and it slowly kind of introduces you to the combat mechanics and how everything works. And this is really how demos should be. It's a fantastic demo. The really cool thing is when you do play it, if you do decide to pick up the main game, you actually get to continue your progression. So it does keep that save file and you can just jump straight back into the story where you set off. I was already excited about Final Fantasy XVI, to be fair. It was one of my most anticipated games this year. But after playing this demo, I am even more excited. I was absolutely blown away by this demo. If you are maybe remotely interested in Final Fantasy XVI, or you're kind of on the fence about whether or not you want to pick it up, or you're kind of worried about the combat and you want to see what that has to offer, I cannot recommend enough for you to pick up this demo and play it. It is available for download right now. The game obviously comes out next week on the 22nd of June, so it really does give you a sense of what this game is all about, what the story and stakes kind of are, and how combat works. And I freaking loved it. Let's start off by talking about the world and the story. I'm not going to give anything away here because obviously I want to keep it spoiler free, but it does start off with the kind of beginning scenes which show sort of the grand scale of the world. You get to see some of the icons, basically a kaiju battle, which is absolutely epic that you're in the middle of. Amazing, just amazing, between Titan and Shiva. Then obviously it flashes back to Clive, a 15-year-old Clive, who is the son of the Grand Duke of Rosaria. And basically in this world, there are 5 mother crystals that these different regions are fighting over because there's a blight in the world, and controlling or having control of a mother crystal is the only way to kind of stop the spread of the blight in your area. So it really is a kind of a fight for survival, so to speak. I absolutely loved the art style, the direction, the cinematography, the environments. This very much feels like Game of Thrones meets Final Fantasy, and I am all for it. It's amazing. The voice acting is absolutely incredible. The writing in that prologue, oh my God, just incredible as well. I can't wait to pick it up again and carry on and play the story. I'm absolutely blown away by this world, and I haven't been this excited for a Final Fantasy game, other than maybe Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth. I haven't really been this excited for a Final Fantasy game in quite a while, and this is a really dark Final Fantasy. It's very dark. It doesn't pull any punches. People die. There are brutal sort of executions and kind of things. There's blood. There's death. It's very dark. It's great. It's dark fantasy, medieval kind of setting, and I absolutely love it. I loved all the little kind of Final Fantasy little Easter eggs and references and things, having chocobos as kind of horse sort of mounts for the nobility. Just great. Absolutely amazing. The story, hands down, is incredible. I love the way it sets up things. At the end of the prologue, I was absolutely floored, blown away. I nearly cried. Let's just say that is how powerful the writing is in this game. And the music, as always with any Final Fantasy game, is just absolutely gorgeous. It's amazing. So the setting, the story, I'm all down for it. Really, really cool. Let's talk about the main kind of thing though, which is the gameplay, because I know a lot of people are a little bit reticent or a little bit unsure about the combat, because this Final Fantasy is a fully action combat in the vein of Devil May Cry, as opposed to the more sort of turn-based style of, say, Final Fantasy VII Remake's ability there. So let's talk about the combat. I actually really enjoyed the combat. It's very cleverly done. It's very easy to use. You obviously have the ability to choose either story mode or adventure mode. If you choose story mode, you actually equip 2 pieces of item, which ultimately makes the combat easy. It makes it easier and gives you kind of dodge prompts on screen, and it makes it easier for you to chain together combos as well. So for people that maybe are just in it for the story, that is very much an option for you to equip that at the beginning of the game and just enjoy the experience. For those looking for a little bit more of a challenge, you can play obviously adventure mode, which is where you don't have these additional tools to help you, and you have to kind of learn the combos yourself. I played on adventure mode, and personally speaking, I didn't find the combat hard. I found it a good level of challenge. It's very easy. You string together combos with the square button. The triangle button is your kind of magic based ranged attack. Circle's like a dash move that you can use to dash towards an enemy. R1 is actually the dodge button, which took a little bit of getting used to, but once I got used to it, it felt quite natural. L1 locks onto the enemy, and so on. If you hold down right trigger as well, this brings up your icon kind of powers or abilities, which have a recharge, so you can like swap between them, and it's really, really cool. In the first sort of prologue, you only really have the powers of the Phoenix, fire-based abilities. So that's really good because it helps you to get used to the combat and get used to stringing these moves together. And obviously certain enemies will have like a will bar, which is basically like a stagger bar, which you want to get down. And then obviously they become vulnerable. Very similar to the Final Fantasy style combat in a way that we're used to. So there are some familiar things in here. So the prologue is a great way to sort of introduce you into that. But a nice additional element to this as well is once you've beaten the prologue, which is about 2 hours give or take, you then have the option to play what's called a challenge mode. And this basically is a snippet of the game later on in the game, a section of the story where you basically get given multiple icons. So I think there are 3 icons that you have the powers for or abilities of, and you can switch between these icons with the left trigger, and then obviously use their abilities and moves and things like that. The combat, like when I was playing it, I was absolutely freaking out. Like I was having so much fun. Dante will attest to this, I'm sure. I was having so much fun. I was shouting out, like just like I'm feeling completely like a badass, and it was just really, really cool to be able to string together these moves. I will say that initially, like when I first started playing with all of the different icons, like there was a lot going on screen. There are a lot of particle effects and things on screen that can sometimes maybe get a little bit overwhelming initially, but once you start to get into the groove of it and the rhythm of the combat, it does become really cool and really, really good. And then we also got to see a couple of like mini boss fights and a couple of big boss fights as well. You even got to experience like a kaiju fight, between 2 big icons, which was I think Phoenix and Ifrit. So you got to experience that as well, and those moments were epic and awesome and very much reminded me of Bayonetta in just the sheer scale and spectacle of them. But this demo is, other developers need to take stock from this, because this is how you promote your game. This is how you sell your game. Let people, if you trust your game and you know it is good and what is there is good, give them the first hour or 2 hours of the game, or give them a slice of the game so they can actually experience it and get a sense of what the game has to offer and how it plays. I am telling you, if people who play this demo don't then decide to pick up the game, I will be very, very shocked. This is one of the best demos I have played in years, and I really cannot recommend highly enough that you play it. Please do play it. If you have played it, please do share your thoughts in the comment section below on what you thought of it, what you think of the world, the setting, what you think of the combat, how you found the combat. Please do share that in the comment section below, and let's get a discourse going and let me know what you think of it. But God, oh my God, like Final Fantasy 16, guys, I cannot wait for this game to come out next week. I am definitely going to be jumping in day one on the 22nd of June, and I just can't wait. I absolutely cannot wait to experience more of this amazing world, and I can't wait to jump into the combat because I really enjoyed it. And I'm not usually kind of Devil May Cry style gamer, but I really enjoyed this combat, and yeah, it was a lot of fun, and it was very accessible and really easy to string moves together, and God, you just felt like a badass. So yeah, Final Fantasy 16 has just massively gone up in my estimations. Do check out the demo. I think it's available on PlayStation 5 right now, so do definitely check out the demo, and yeah, do let me know what you guys think of it. But of course, this week is, you know, sort of Summer Game Fest week, sort of E3 week, so I will be coming out with videos throughout the week likely, because I have all this week off work, and I have a couple of videos planned. I do want to do a video talking about the new Star Wars Outlaws. I do want to do a video talking about Assassin's Creed Mirage. I also want to do a video talking about Starfield as well, so there will be that content coming out in the week, so please do look forward to that. Anyway, those are my thoughts on the Final Fantasy 16 demo. Absolutely incredible. Go and play it now. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed listening to my ramble, because none of this was scripted. It's completely off cuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed listening to just how excited I am about this game. But yeah, hope you guys have a great week, of course. Thank you so much, guys, for your support. I really appreciate it. Thank you to everybody who tuned in to the showcases over the last 3 showcases. It was great to sort of watch it with the community and react to it together. I really enjoyed it. So thank you so much to everybody who took time out of their day to watch the showcase with me. I really appreciate it. Do make sure you hit the like button as always, to show your support if you did enjoy the video. Please do subscribe as well if you haven't already done so, just so that you get notification for when I upload new content. And make sure you hit that bell, guys, because we know that YouTube kind of sucks when it comes to letting you guys know when I upload new videos. Anyway, hope you guys look forward to the content coming in the week ahead. Take care, everybody, and as always, happy gaming. Bye, guys. I should go.